What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. This episode, we are going to be working on the capital outskirts. So that is this entire area before the capital. But right before we jump into that, we need to advance a quest line. So head on over here to the Boil Prawn Shack. You may remember this is the dude that we bought the necklace from for Raya. And we need to buy some prawns from him to get him to move to his next spot. So go on and talk to him. Let's see.
Never met someone with it. We'd make good. I'll be seeing you.
Okay, we got the spread out emote. We talk to him again. We can do talk.
Can you see it then? I can't see it. Makes no bloody cruel bloody joke. Maybe something with the atriums.
Okay, and we're gonna rest at the Grace. And we can see now he has left, and that's exactly what we want. So from here, just head on back to that area. And there are a couple of different things we're going to hit, so I'm going to mark them up. So to start, we have a seed beast that's like right around here-ish. We're going to knock that guy out. Then after that, we're going to head on over here for a church. After we do the church, we're going to run up, what is it? Some loot, and just kind of on this bridge, so we'll hit that. And then we're looking for a drop down that's over here. And then we're making our way on over to there. So those are our first 4 spots that we're going to be getting. Let's head on out. And at this point, I think it's safe to say we're officially past the halfway mark. I know, that sounds staggering, right? After all we've done, we're only halfway. Trust me, there is still a lot to this game. Everybody loves a seed beast. Take him down. That'll get you a golden seed as always. And right up here we have the giant crusher. Now for strength builds, this thing it's a little iffy in my opinion. It does have the highest raw AR in the game of the various strength weapons, but in terms of range, it's actually kind of short. I don't know if I still have it. Let me see if I have prelates on still. I don't. Personally, I really like the prelates hammer, the big red one over this, mainly because the range on this is significantly shorter, and also the heavy attack is this little hop, and I find a lot of times that's a very long windup and it ends to miss. But you know, if you want a big freaking hammer, that's a big freaking hammer. It doesn't get much more bigger than that. Anyway, from here we're gonna head up there. That is a church, despite the fact that it just looks like some crumbled ruins. That's also the point we have marked with number 2. Let's head on over this way. Main things we want to grab over here, there's a cookbook as well as a tier, and then we can talk to Melina at the Grace to pick up a new emote as well. Did you drop it? Did you drop it? Ah, I really want their weapon. These guys, I mentioned it before, but they dropped something called the Keen Sword Spear. Very good weapon. Probably one of the best weapons in the game for really getting into it. At least for PvE. Really strong moveset on it. Just gonna run around in a circle, killing a couple of them. Usually you only find these guys over near Erd trees, so if you're trying to farm the Sword Spear, this is actually a really good spot. Just because you can do a quick loop here and kill like, you know, 5 or 6 of them. The Sword Spear, to be honest, it's best off in a Keen build, so dexterity, but you could certainly play it with quality and to a lesser extent strength. Just a very solid moveset on it. Same moveset that Loretta's War Sickle has. So you have very good sweeps on it, you have some pokes on it. We killed that one already. Alright, well, let's head on in. Inside the church, we will snag up our missionary cookbook number 4. Get rid of that. Get ourselves a tier. Or, excuse me, the Golden Order seal. Was there no tier here? I thought there was a tier here. Maybe it was just the Golden Order seal that was here. Back to my notes. Okay, never mind. There's not a tier here. But we got the Golden Order Seal, which I'll talk about that in a moment. So first we're going to rest at the Grace and talk to Melina. I actually think I have some tiers, so let me burn through that stuff. It's been a minute. That's good. I was sitting on 2 already. Alright, here we go.
Spoken echoes linger here. Words of if you will. America's own words. I declare mine intent. To search the depths of the Golden Order. Through understanding of the proper way. Of those blissful early days of blind belief are long past. My comrades. Why must...
Don't typically do dialogue, but wanted to grab a drink real fast. So that gives us Outer Order, and let's talk about this thing a little bit. So this is a split scaling catalyst. If you are doing a int and faith build, this will do really well. But you're gonna need significant investment. We're talking like, at minimum, 60 points into each. If you can go all the way up to 80 in each, that's great. And at 80 in each, I actually think this may be the highest incant scaling seal in the game. But I mean, that's 80 points in faith, 80 points in it. That's a big ass investment. It also boosts the fundamentalist incantations, but those are kind of crap. So anyway, from here, it's easiest to just warp back to the Outer Wall Phantom Tree. Now this time we're just going to head northeast. We're just going straight off this path, so I'm not going to mark it. There's nowhere to really deviate here. And if you've been following this guide, a gargoyle is going to swoop on in at this point. We have already defeated that gargoyle on a previous episode when we were running through here and getting the map. If you haven't, though, of course, you're going to want to kill him. You get up here, there are some more seeds. You should of course grab those. It's a finger reader if you want to talk to her. Now over here, there's a couple of garbage enemies, but what we really want is that guy. If I can get close enough. Come on. Come on. Ah, he got away. Alright. I'm gonna reload this one because we really want this shiny. And on the note of reloads, not only does this does it allow like shiny beetles and whatnot to respawn, but if you're ever in a boss fight and you do a quick and reload like that, it will instantly warp you back out to behind the boss fight when you load back in. So consider it like a last ditch, oh shit, I don't want to die here type thing. But that's Golden Parry. Golden Parry is super, super useful. While Carrion is going to be a fantastic spell parry, and it's going to give us those little swords. Golden Parry is more of a defensive option. But in particular, what's really nice is this is going to increase the distance that we can get the parry from. And what's nice about this, just to kind of demonstrate it, like typically to get a parry, you know, you need to be like right on top of the guy. With Golden Parry, I could parry from like back here. It's going to do a basically like a golden arc. And that's super useful, you know, because if you're fighting against a more aggressive boss, you can parry from a safer distance, potentially take them, you know, get the riposte off. I want to pick up the Lost Ashes of War. And we're going to go down just a little bit, but from here we're going to head south. Some butterflies we can snatch up, and then an air current. This... I don't know if I trust it. We're going to go a little bit further. I mean, it looks safe, but you know, every time I'm like, yeah, that looks safe, I jump and then I die. So there's just a bunch of butterflies around here. You know, just grabbing them real fast. And right on over here, look down, you should see an air current. There it is. Alright, now we're gonna run on over here. You can already see the shiny. I'm just gonna wait for it. See, it'll come right through here, so this is a nice little place where you can get it. There we go, Prayerful Strike, which is actually a really fun move. Your character gets like an insane amount of poise and then swings down their weapon, and if you boop something with it, you're going to heal for a huge amount. So very nice. In PvP, a lot of people won't see it coming, and you can actually trade with people who are just trying to like swing into you, so it works really well there. PvE, it's a little bit slow, but if you can get it off, it's going to be some significant healing. So over this way, we can see a tunnel. And this is the sealed tunnel, which has eluded us for quite some time. I mean, you could have actually come here earlier, but this is kind of, you know, we're taking the route of natural progression. Okay, I have enough to level. Let's see. Nope. Oh my god. Whatever, I'll just level after this. So right here, false wall. Pop that open. Scroll my notes. We're going to go around the scaffolding for loot. Oh no, I dropped. That's okay. Kill that guy in advance. Right over here in the chest is the most important thing in this place. The Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing. So with that, we can now buy an infinite supply of Smithing 3 and Smithing 4, which of course is very nice. The golden rune up there. Maybe this is a Smithing 5. Let me put on my lantern so we can see a little better. Right, and now we'll kill these dudes and snatch up a bunch of loot. Which, actually, you know what? I could probably... You're only a +6, but I bet you're going to work fantastic here. I do plan on leveling this up and using it. This build may turn into a strength build. I've been debating what I want to do once we get into final boss territory. Because the idea of big hammer and great shield is very appealing to me, and it's also very walkthrough friendly. You can't go wrong with big stick and great shield. Come back. Though I do need to level this hammer up. It's only a +6, so you know it's definitely behind the pack compared to that, which is at +20. Let's see, we take that, kill everything, loot Smithing 5 and Hidden Wall. We're going to take the elevator, and then we're going to want to roll off partway through it here. You'll kind of see it coming up, but there's a, is that it? No! Damn it. I survived, but I went too early. Well, it's easier to hit on the way up, so we can go up and get it. There's an item we can get. Not there. Right there. That's what we want. One, two, three. There we go. And then we can just roll on down, same way as we always do. Okay, hidden wall, piece of loot, and then another hidden wall. We're gonna cross for some loot, and then we're gonna drop down. So that is the path that we actually need to proceed. We're not going to go there just yet. Instead, we're going to clear out these other side paths. You may notice I'm getting back trace amounts of health as I boot people with this. It's a unique effect of the Great Stars. Actually, the Butcher Knife has it as well, but you need to get a square hit with the Butcher Knife, which makes it a little less effective. I think we're good. I will take this off for now, just because it's not leveled up yet. Though, once we're out of this place, I should have enough 5s and 6s to really get that up. Okay, you're dead, you're dead. If you want, we can kill this guy, just to get him out of the way now. And that's where we're gonna proceed in a little bit, but for now, just hold off. Step, grab the gold pickled foul foot. Take this down a little bit lower. We should be safe to drop. So when you see that, run on over here. We actually need it to break this statue for us. Okay, and grab the 3 smithing stone 6, and then there's a bunch of goodies to get down here. Let me see. We get the Iron Maiden to the statue, Rune Arc 5, other loots, then we go up the ladder. Okay. So loot, loot, loot. Leave, we're cleared out here. Let's go on up. Okay, and then we're gonna cross, and we're gonna drop and continue this time. Can't wait to level up my great stars. I was actually thinking about being extra cheeky and using the great stars and then one of the bleed shields. When you drop here, get ready for explosions. These things are, well, not all of them, but most of them are like proximities, so once you get a little close, they're gonna fire up like that. Every time they blow up, you can pick up either a rune fragment or sanctuary stone, sometimes both. This one. And that's the path that we're gonna proceed down, but before that, there's more loot to get. Ooh. Good iframe usage there. And we'll grab the old thing, and now we're ready to proceed. Thank you, Windows. I'll take care of that later. Okay, for the opposite path, Iron Maiden. Let's see. Drop for smithing 5 and lightning grease, and then a rune 9 near the balls at the bottom. Okay. So we're here. Here's our smithing 5. And the lightning grease is over there. I know it looks like we've gone too far, but we can do one of those trick jumps. So remember, jump, hold circle. There we go. Ooh, that was a little sketchy for a moment. And right when we get down, there's a bunch of these explodey guys again, so... Alright, and from here it's just the Alabaster Lord. So we fought these things before. It's like the same guy that we fought Lake of Rot after we got the puzzle and went up top. They're not particularly hard. Just gonna put on blood grease. I'm not even gonna worry about a summon here. I got you the Onyx Lord's Great Sword. It's not bad, but I mean anything that has gravitas, I'm kind of like, you know, it's not that good of an ability. So from here, this is the Divine Tower for Rykard. Of course, we have not killed him yet, but you're going to want to pick up this Grace, and we're going to come back here later, just to show where we're at on the map. Right here. Fun fact, you'll see it a little bit later, but there's this conspiracy theory going around because the Divine Gates, if you follow each of them, there's one here, it ends up involving a, what is it? Not an octagon. What is it when there's 6 points? Septagon? Septagon 7? Anyway, it forms a very geometric shape around a cloud in the center. The cloud is where you find unlocked frame rates. But anyway, so we're done there for now. We can go ahead and knock these off, knock this off, and then we're going to start from, well, I guess we already grabbed this. We could start from Outer Wall Battleground. Let's check the notes. Yeah, we'll have to backtrack slightly to like there-ish, but we can start from Outer Wall Battleground since we have it already. So there is another invasion by a dude who can't live with the fact that we're better than him and we beat him at the start of the game. Well, usually that guy turns into it. Let me, hang on. I wonder if I bugged this grabbing that previous grace. I might have. Let me try running to him from down here. Even if we did, it doesn't matter. It drops a Viridium +1, which you're never going to use a Viridium +1, to be honest. In any case where you would use a Viridium +1, you're infinitely better off with a Green Turtle Talisman. But we'll try coming from this path and see if it spawns. It may have been when we were doing our maps, I snatched up a couple of graces real fast. I'm thinking that may have prevented his invasion. Alright, let's see. Are you going to appear? No, he's not. It might be because we grabbed the grace already. Well, anyway. If What's-His-Face shows up, you kill him, you get the Viridium +1. It's the same. It's... No. Oh, never mind. Did we kill him before? Yeah, I guess we did, because we already have Viridium +1, huh? Well, anyway, yeah, there it is. It greatly raises stamina, as you can see. It's an okay chunk. I completely forgot that we murdered him already. That's funny. See, this is the problem with the walkthrough prep, man. It just all kind of blends together at a certain point. So from here, we're just going to kind of snake along this, and this is where we're trying to get to. So there's like some scattered loot on the battlefield that we can grab. There's nothing of value here. It's not, you know, you're not going to find anything you need for your plat, but we do want to get up top. And with it already being night, we may be in for a fight. I didn't say that to rhyme on purpose. It just kind of worked out that way. There's our Golden Rune 7. Some mushrooms. Get off. Go up these. And then we're going to circle around. So there's two night bosses here. We have a ball-bearing hunter. And then we also have a Deathbird. Where we're going, the ball-bearing guy may be active already, since it is nighttime. If he is, we're just going to grab the grace, and then we'll fight him after we've gotten the grace. And you should be able to take this one down. We have one more coming up that is just absolutely disgusting with how strong he is. But this one shouldn't be that bad. And no, he hasn't spawned, and we have the merchant, so that's good. We do need this merchant. This merchant's very important. So going over to this guy. Do I have to kill y'all first, I guess? Okay, can you come down, please? Can we not do this? I know you think you're an airplane, but... Okay. Talk to him. Perfume bottles are always good in case you ever want to mess around with that, but most importantly, we want the Sentry's Torch. This is going to be an incredibly important item later because it reveals invisible enemies. And there's going to be a zone later where there's a couple different Black Knife assassins, and so having this torch is going to allow us to take them out without any concern. You don't need the note. If you want to get the outfits, go for it. Besides that, some decent arrows here. The golden great arrows, gold bolts, golden arrows. If you want holy arrows, this is the guy to get them from. Otherwise, let's spend our runes and spawn a night boss. Yeah, we're gonna work my vigor up. Okay. Oh, what? Bro. Alright, that's enough of your bullshit, Darth Vader. So much easier than it was with my mage. It's honestly like insane, the difference. Anyway, with Darth Vader down, we get the Medicine Peddler's Ball Bearing. I'm gonna go Ash of War, and we're gonna make you into a Holy Beating Stick. Let's see, Holy Essence. Clean Rot Knights, Sacred Blade. Holy Essence. Those nearby. Let's go Sacred Blade. It's probably for the best. From here, we're just going to run right on over here for a Deathbird and a Tear. There's a couple of like loose loots along the way that you can pick up, but there's nothing of importance. There's nothing like, oh yeah, you got to get that. Like that. It's just some stuff. Get your stuff. And this one's going to be a little bit trickier because there are some Death Snails. Death Snails are these guys. They are little undead snails that will get involved in the fight. Can I take... There we go. We're good now. Alright. And those snails are going to get involved in the fight, whether you want them to or not. Oh. Never mind. Oh, never mind. I was like, why is the Deathbird showing up? It's not. It's just one of these things. I'm going to get them out of the way. Last thing I need is something that is going to get involved in the fight during it. Yeah, you can see these little death snails, they do a surprising amount of damage. You know, and you don't want to be like fighting Deathbird and then all of a sudden a little snail rolls you over and that's what results in your death. There's like 4 or 5 death snails over there, so we're going to try and trigger the bird without triggering all the snails. And it is a lesser bird. This thing will still hit really hard, but it doesn't have its wings like the other ones. Oh my god! That was a very, very juicy hit. God, that was insane. See, it's funny, because as much as everyone loves to talk about how easy mode magic is, if you were to watch the walkthrough prep live stream, so we're playing a magic build there while I'm playing a quality build here, 2 very, very different play styles, and you know, just to mix things up, have a, you know, variety's the spice of life, right? The mage absolutely struggled with the ball-bearing hunters, the Deathbird, tons of struggles. This guy walks right in and just boots the shit out of it. Like, doesn't break a sweat, kills it in like 4 swings. So, you know, when people are like, oh no, you know, easiest way to play the game is you gotta do mage or you gotta do faith. Like, no, play the game however you want, because like something like this, you know, the great thing with the quality build is I have the flexibility to use almost any weapon. And then I can take that weapon and, oh, I need this to be Holy Essence? Sure. Oh, I need this to be Fire Essence? Sure. It's very easy to do that with a build like this. And if you're playing to the weakness of your enemy, you're going to do great. And especially now. So this is standard Pierce, whereas this is going to be Slash, and this is going to be Strike. Having all 3 damage types, once I get these leveled up, it's going to be absolutely stupendous. Because I'll be able to cover all the bases. There won't be... you know, there's going to be nothing I won't be able to just beat down with my weapons. I think we're good. so let me get rid of that. That crystal heart tier, it temporarily increases your poise. The benefits are more in PvE. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go over to here. Yeah, so let's go down this road. And that's right, there's an item along the split. So, yeah, right, okay, we're good, we're good. Just go this way. Just stay along this road, and then you should see the path will diverge. It's coming up. There we go, just go this way. And then at the earlier split, I think there's like an item over here, but it's like a rune 6 or something. It's nothing that we're worried about. We're, you know, I'd rather get this done. I'm gonna start focusing more on, you know, I'm not worried about the stray rune 3 that's off somewhere. Let's get you all the armors, the weapons, all that good stuff. Which I know there's a couple things that I've overlooked, and don't worry, by the end of the series, at the very end, I'm gonna have a wrap-up episode that touches on anything I overlooked, just so you get all of your goodies as you end. Going over here, though.
Perfect blood. I got crap.
So you should probably load up on these. They greatly boost physical damage negation, and they're dirt cheap at only 600. So this is just a solid item to have. We're gonna pick up like 30 of them. I mean, you can pick up more if you want. Hell, you know what? Let's go balls deep on it. Let's get a whole 99. So we already bought 30. We need what? 69. Giggity. There we go. Now we got 99 boiled crab, which is gonna boost our physical. Fantastic. But what we want is the you should probably know.
Right. You heard of the dog? He's a madman. You see him though. I was in the same G's so good. He's a killer. Does all sorts of shit to the corpse. I never bit while he did that.
So we want to exhaust that dung eater dialogue. That's later on. He unfortunately is going to die to the dung eater, and we need to have that trigger happen. But from here, just run straight this way, straight east. There are 2 tombs over here, and we're actually going to save those tombs for a subsequent episode because they're pretty beefy. But we'll get over here first, at least. Where is it at? Over here. We're gonna actually cross with this real fast. Just go south. Right. Let's switch back to our main weapon. Over here we have a rune bear. We want his attention. Kill this bear as you ride back. Did the rune bear not come? Mr. Rune Bear. Hey, you. That's the smithing stones. Alright, and this is where we are going to wrap. Now we'll go inside. I'm just gonna go get a grace so we can come back here. But I'm actually going to leave. I want to go upgrade my weapons and whatnot since we just picked up, you know, we got the bell bearing, we got the smithing 6s, all that stuff. So we're just gonna grab this grace real fast. And then from there, we'll resume the next episode over at the round table, talk about upgrades a little bit, spending some runes. Next episode, we have the Ariza Hero's Grave, the Ariza Side Tomb, both of which can be a bit tricky. And then after that, I'm likely going to do a little bit of catch-up. Just hitting, like I said, there's some small things that I overlooked. There's like a glintstone crown that's mostly garbage, but people seem to be really concerned about it. So we're going to touch on all that stuff in an upcoming episode. So stay tuned, and I will catch you all then.